So any concept, I mean, if you have any doubts, let me know. I'll explain those. So before going to discuss the next concept. I told you to you go through the concepts in the textbook, refer the textbook, so that you would get proper information, and while reading that you may get doubts also. If you are not seeing all those things, then there is no chance of getting doubts. Just you'll attend the classes for just for attendance. That's not the correct way. So I'm requesting you to all just utilize this time well and read well. Don't waste this time. Okay, do you have any doubt? Okay, I'll go. So I told that that is the part of unit 2. So in unit 2, so first concept is about inheritance. There we have seen various things about inheritance and the difference between C++ inheritance and Java inheritance. What is the and what Java provides? What are the more features of Java when compared with C++? All those things we have seen there. And forms of inheritance, challenges of inheritance, those things we have seen there. Next one is polymorphism. There we studied about mainly about overriding concept. So overriding concept, and also how that overriding could be done in Java. We have seen that. So how could you perform overriding in Java? Anybody? How to achieve the overriding in Java? We know the overriding definition, overriding concept. So superclass method in Java subclass with the same prototype, same name, everything. The subclass will override the superclass method. That's it. Subclass may give extra load, extra work to that. It will be having its own implementation. So that is about overriding. That's okay. Next, so how to achieve overriding concept? How to get that concept in Java? ఎలా పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తాం? Anybody? That's why you have to listen well. All class I told, if you listen well, then you refer the book, and if you refer the material, all these things, then you are able to you can answer my questions. Otherwise you would be like this one. Will be in silent mode on. Okay, anybody tell me how to achieve how to perform overriding concept in Java? Which things would help to perform overriding? Which concepts would make the overriding method to access by the subclass objects through subclass objects? What are the concepts and what are the things to achieve the overriding mechanism in Java programming? Tell me.
Dynamic method dispatch and abstract class.
Absolutely, exactly right. So one is a dynamic method dispatching concept is there. So that is for overriding. Next one is abstract class also. It is also for overriding. Another one is super keyword. So that is also for overriding. So like this, many concepts are out there to achieve to perform the overriding concept that would give provision to solve many real-time problems. Okay. Okay, now we'll see next part of unit 2. Next part that is start chesama last class.
No sir, heading chepparu.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, now see. Okay. See, so next part is about package and interfaces. It's very important concept. Well, 1 second. Okay. And you have to listen well because these concepts are not present in C++. These are new to Java. So Java only will be having these things, and the remaining previous concepts, inheritance, polymorphism, those things you already studied in last semester. So for those, no need to worry much because you already studied those. So that's why now this concept you have to focus well. Otherwise, it is difficult to understand. That's why listen this class well as well as after this one, just to go through the textbook and read those points, and just to read the material also, and read from internet, Google, so you'll get more information. So while doing so, if you face any problem, if you require some more clarification, I'll clarify those. Okay. Okay, first let me go discuss, let me tell about the packages. So name itself indicates this, it is a package. Package means a collection of something. That package will be having some collection, some container. So if you observe the first point here, so packages are containers of classes. Containers means it contains the material, it contains something like that. So what it contains, what package contains means package simply contains the sub packages or classes. So try to note down that point. That point is not here, so that's why try to note. All of you had that notebook with you. I told you to maintain on notebook. Are you having or not? Yes or no? Babu, that ఉందా నో లేదా? జస్ట్ అటెండెన్స్ కోసం లాగిన్ అయ్యారా అంతేనా? అట్లీస్ట్ గర్ల్స్. See, actually now instructions came like that. Now everything will be recorded. That's why you might have observed that I am recording this thing, and everything will be recorded, and your answers, your interactions, everything will be recorded, so that this will be available for all. So if you are answering and if you are reacting, or if you are having more interaction, then everybody will know about you. Then there is a scope to, I mean, you may get that exposure will come. So that's why try to be interactive. Maybe this video would also be available in our websites and in our college websites and apps, all those things. So all the videos of all the faculties. So if you are interacting and if you are giving means, then everybody will see you, everybody will know about you. So this is the good platform to improve yourself. I told you, utilize this one, improve yourself like that. But still you are keep on maintaining silence means that's not at all useful. Okay, are you having notebook with you or not? At least now take it now. If you are not having, then go and take that book and keep along with you. Okay, now note down that point like that. Packages means package contains, what it contains means it contains the sub packages or classes. Sub packages or classes or files means Java files, Java programs. These things will be there, will be present in the class, I mean in the package, sorry. And this package provides the hierarchical manner of way of execution and way of storing the Java classes. And this concept provides the mechanism of partitioning the class namespace. Class namespace is nothing but in that space the respective execution would be. So respective execution of Java programming will be done in the class namespace. I'll show everything through the programs. I'll explain those, what is the namespace, what is the bytecode, how those would be executed like that. Okay, so Java provides that mechanism so that in that namespace the classes can, and collection of classes, some classes can interact themselves, and they can solve the big project, I mean real world projects. Okay. And this package will also provides will also have one advantage like that it controls the naming and visibility mechanism. So naming and visibility means I already told Java is case sensitive and in Java language names are very important. That is either class name, methods name, whatever the names are very important because those names, based on those names only the execution is going to perform. We already know. So there would be one first class, main class of Java. What is the first class or main class of the Java programming?
Which contain main method.
Yeah, exactly.
Main method.
Yeah, which contains the main method that name must be the same as the file name, so that it is easy for the compiler to start the execution from that main class. In fact, the Java programming might be having more number of classes. Among those, from where the execution starts means from the main. I mean, one main class. That main class contains the main method. From there, the execution starts there. So from there and based on the flow of based on the object requirement, the execution flow will be controlled because it's an object oriented programming. So the execution will be based on the objects only, based on the object how which object is accessing which method, like that the flow will goes to those places, those respective method places. Okay, that's thing. So in package that package controls that visibility. Visibility means we know in the Java programming there would be many number of objects and methods, variables, all these things. So visibility means from where to where you can use those methods and use those objects, from where up to which place those objects would be visible. Means objects can be used, utilized. Those methods can be accessed. So that's the scope or visibility of in anything. I mean, it controls that package controls that thing, visibility and naming thing. And another, I told that names are very important. That is, in Java, if at all, if you stored one class with name, same name must not be given to some other program because compiler cannot recognize the respective bytecode, respective file. But that can be that challenge can be that this problem can be addressed by using the packaging concept. If you declared a class in one package means, then that same file name, same class name can be declared some other package also. Like that, the package can control the naming mechanism, naming concept here. If you are not using the name package means, then those, I mean, giving the same name for some other file is it is not I mean, it is not acceptable in Java program. Okay, so every program must to be in some package. Packages are very important like that. But till now we didn't focus on package concept because those are all simple programs. For those simple programs, no need of declare any packages. If at all, if you are going to develop a real-time application or any software like that, then at that time you must use package concept. Okay, if at all you are not if any program is not having any package now, then a default package would be allocated by the compiler. So default package వచ్చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. మీరు ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో ఏం ప్యాకేజ్ డిక్లేర్ చేయకుండా కూడా డిఫాల్ట్ లేక వెళ్ళిపోతాయి. Okay, but if explicitly if you want to store any in that file in the respective package, you must declare that package starting in the starting of the source file. You might have observed previously I've shown some programs in IDE. There in starting line itself, first line itself, package and package name that has been declared, that has been mentioned there. Okay, next packages are two types are there: built-in package and user-defined package. Already we know which built-in this is similar to header, I mean methods or all these things. Built-in methods will be there, or user-defined things also will also be there. So built-in means those packages are already has been declared, already declared those things. Those will be having all the built-in classes. So when you imported those built-in methods in your program, then the respective classes can be, you can utilize those respective classes and respective built-in methods for your in your programming. Example is system out println those methods, final method, final keyword, that method, and some methods are there, built-in things. If you want to use those things, you must import some built-in packages. We'll see those, what are those built-in packages. So this just to go through this figure. So there is one main Java package is there. That package is having three types of built-in sub packages, language, AWT, like that. And those packages will be having respective classes, built-in classes. Okay. So these are about built-in. No need to worry about this. This is simple, already built-in. What you can do is just you have to use the respective built-in respective method or class directly in your program. So for this one, no need to. What you are supposed to do is simply import the respective package in your program. That the thing, that is the only the thing you have to do. Okay. So these are the built-in packages and their what that package can provide to you. So first one is java.lang. So it contains the language support classes. Okay. So it supports the primitive data, math operations, all these things. I mean, so this package is automatically imported, or explicitly also you can do. That's your wish. I mean, you can also do manually also. That's next is java.io. So this is for IO operations. Means we know the stdio.h, iostream.h in previous C and C++. In Java also, this package will provide IO type of operations. Okay. So that system out println will gives the will performs the output operation. So that is the one built-in method from this IO package. Okay. Next util. So it contains the all utility classes and which will be used for if you want to have a time and date in your program, automatically those would come. So just if you imported this package in your program, so it is a utility package like that. Next java.applet. So it contains it is about web applications. So applets means client side programs. That is means in client side, if you want to execute any web application, so those applet would come from the server. That applet will come to you, and that applet will be executed at your place. So if you want to develop such type of applications, you can use this java.applet. You have to import this one in your program. Next, AWT is for to create the interface. I mean, to create implement the graphical user interface. So through this package, so you can create buttons or various things are there. So you can create boxes, buttons, all these things. So if you observe any application, online application, there you have to click something. You have to there will be buttons and check boxes like that. So if you want to get that such type of interface, you have to use these AWT commands and methods, built-in methods. So those would come from this package, AWT package. Next, java.net is for networking operation. So we'll see whenever the whenever we want to develop such any application, then I'll while developing that, if the respective application must be imported, I'll tell at the time. Okay. So this is about built-in packages. Just simple, you have to remember all these package names, and while you are going to use those applications, then at the time just simply import this package in your program. So this is the thing you can do. Regarding this built-in package, simply you have to import, and after that you have to use the respective built-in method or built-in class in your program. That's the thing you're supposed to do with the built-in packages. Next important concept is user-defined one. Here you have to do many things, because we have to create a package. You have to do so that if you want to deal with this user defined, you should understand more. You have to know more. You should have more knowledge regarding this user defined packages. Okay. So how to create packages? Syntax is simple. In the source file, starting at the starting point line itself, we have to write a package keyword along with the package name. So package keyword, package name, that's it. So that is the, then that file would be stored in a respective package. Okay. So any doubts till now? Packages in packages. I'm going fast, somewhat fast. So if you ask more doubts now, then it is better for me to give more, to give some more information. Any doubts, boys and girls? Okay, next, I'll go. So see, I already told that default package would be there. If you are not mentioning any package in your program, then that program will be stored in a default package. And but this default packages are will be useful for if at all the program is simple and short. But if the program is lengthy and if you are going to solve real world problems or some applications or any projects, then you must utilize, you must use the package at that time. Then that then it that you can develop the solution very easily. Packages. That is advantage of package there. Next, the package would be stored inside the computer in the form of directories. Means first to main package, next to sub package, inside sub package, again sub packages or classes like that. If you want to utilize a particular package, sub package in the main package, means then if, I mean that the multi-level system. So then you have to use this syntax. So package main package dot sub package dot again sub package. So if you want to use any particular package, any particular sub package, subclass in the package, at that time you can import those things. I mean, you can do like this. So that is about that thing. Now next important thing is if at all if you are going to use package in your program, then how to handle those programs, how to execute those programs, because those classes are not free. Those classes, those programs, those files are present inside the package. So that execution must be done through that package only. Package ద్వారా మాత్రమే జరగాలి. Direct గా we can't do, because that is the member of that package. So that compilation or execution should be done based on with respect to package only. So that's why here class path and execution and that compilation is very important. Here the first thing is how you should know how Java runtime system knows the package, how it identifies like that. So it can be done, it can identify that one in 3 ways. See here I mentioned these 3 ways. First one is so in the current, wherever you are working directory, means all your Java files are there. At this by default that Java runtime system will use that current working directory. So if you store your package below or in the same directory or in the same below or down of that directory, then or as a directory of that main that directory, then it is easy to identify that package. Okay, I'll show how to do this thing, no need to worry. So if at all it is a subdirectory of your current directory, then Java automatically will identify that. Second one is so you can specify the class path. So for Java it is very mandatory thing to specify the class path, so that at your directory place, you can execute the that Java compiler can be executed, and you can get the outputs. It is not I mean important. I mean, it is not mandatory that you have to do everything at the Java directory itself. If you set a class path, then class path at your directory, then you can execute the Java programs there also. So that is the second way. Next, third way is you can use the class path option with Java and Java C to specify the path to your class. So by using this class path option, so we can by class path option, we can perform this Java and Java C steps there. Java and Java C commands, you can execute those commands at your direct. Okay, so any doubt as of now? So far, if any doubt? బాబు ఏదో చెప్పా, మీరు అడగాలి, డౌట్లు అడిగితే it is easy for me to give some more information. So I explain about
class path అంటే sir.
So class path means I'll show చూపిస్తా చూడండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా వేరే డౌట్స్ ఏం లేవా? Any more doubts regarding packages? So shall I go for execution thing? I'll show that. So I'll show from starting onwards, because previously I had shown I mean all the programs from Eclipse IDE. So that is the integrated development environment. So there you didn't find any class path. I didn't set any class path, any commands. Em cheyaledu. Directly I have written the code and executed, and we got the output there. So now I'll show how to do everything through this is the native, I mean traditional way of executing the Java. So that is writing the Java in the notepad and executing that notepad, I mean that file from the command line, how to set the class path, all these things I'll show. So try to listen well, because you supposed to do all these things, everything in the lab in the similar, like whatever I'm telling now, same manner you supposed to do it in the lab also. So try to observe and try to note in your notebook also. మీరు సైలెంట్ గా ఉండి మళ్ళీ ల్యాబ్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు సార్ అది రాలేదు ఇది రాలేదు అంటే అది దట్స్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ లిజనింగ్. ఇఫ్ యూ డిడెంట్ లిజన్ వెల్ నౌ, యూ వోంట్ లిజన్, దెన్ definitely you'll face problem in the lab. Again at that time you'll okay. Okay, let me show that execution. So I think I hope you are seeing my screen, everything, computer screen. Kandisane babu, computer screen.
Sir.
Okay. First, what you have to do is in the Google locally, in the internet, simply type the JDK software like that, Java development. So JDK. So JDK download, JDK software, Java development kit. That is, so based on your system, Windows 8 or Windows what, the based on the operating system and the your system's instruction bit size. So you have to select the respective software. But మీకు చాలా ఉంటాయి options. Among those you can select based on the configuration of your system. So select చేసుకుని download చేసేయాలి. So download చేసిన తర్వాత just to install that software in your system. Okay, is it okay now? First step arthamainda?
Sir,
simply download the JDK software from the internet and download it and install it. So where you have to install is in C. By default it will be installed in C. If you want to install in some other drive, that's your wish. Meer chesukochu, that's your wish. But you have to set the class path perfectly, then only that program will be executed. So now I'll show where my JDK software has been installed. So it has been installed in the C drive, program files, Java. So this one, this is the after installation, we would get like this. A Java folder would be created in the C drive here. So this is the bin. So this is the execution path. Our Java exe file will be present in this somewhere in this C. If you observe this Java C కనిపిస్తుందా బాబు?
Yes, sir.
Arrow mark కనిపిస్తుందా?
Sir.
That is the compiler. It is going. It is the application. It is the compiler. It is going to compile all our program. Next Java is there. Java అనేది ఉంది ఇక్కడ. So it is the exe file. It is going to it is going to perform the execution of our program. So these are the files. These are the supporting files to execute. So all these files are present in the bin. Bin lo undanamata. Now what we have to do is simply click here. So you'll get the path like this. So simply ఏం చేయాలంటే copy. So copy this path name. Copy చేయాలి. Okay. This is the step 2. After installing that software, next step 2 is you have to set the class path. Why we have to set the class path means actually this Java C, Java, these execution files are present in the bin lo unnai. If we are if you do Java programs here, if we save our Java programs here, then these files will able to access those and be able to identify, and they can perform execution whenever our files are saved in this folder only. But we can save our folder wherever we want in our computer. Ekkadaina save chesukochu Java files. If we set the class path, then from there itself we can execute our Java files. No need to save in this folder. If you didn't set the class path means, then though that class that Java file won't be recognized. మనం ఎక్కడో సేవ్ చేసి ఉంటాం Java file. ఆ Java file అది recognize, this Java compiler cannot recognize. If we set the class path, then this Java compiler can identify the Java file wherever wherever it would be, because we have set the class path. That is the advantage of class path. Okay. So మనం Java file ఎక్కడున్నా కూడా Java compiler will identify it and it executes that program if we set the class path. So that is the advantage. Now I copied this path copy చేసిన తర్వాత next simply what you have to do is go to my computer. So right click ichi properties. So in our system we'll get environment set advanced system setting. So in this screen, based on the operating system, it would be present somewhere. So this is that Windows 10 kabatti ikkada ila chupistam. Meeku Windows XP or 8 ala untadi. There directly you can see that advanced setting. So you'll get one box. So in this one, environment variables ikkada click cheyali. Then here you can set the path. Ikkada already path ani undi. Simply ada semicolon petti ఉన్న పాత్రలోనే మీరు కాపీ చేయొచ్చు, ఆర్ కొత్త క్లాస్ పాత్ అని క్రియేట్ కొత్తగా ఒక న్యూ పెట్టి న్యూ క్లాస్ పాత్ అని రాసి ఇక్కడ వాల్యూ సెట్ చేశాను అనమాట, పేస్ట్ చేశాను. ఓకే, సో ఐ ఆల్రెడీ డిడ్ ఇట్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్ పాత్. సో ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫైల్స్ JDK bin. Okay, any doubts regarding setting the path of Java, class path of Java? Boys or girls? So just now somebody asked about class path. Okay, బాబు అర్థమైందా మీకు?
సార్
ఏం లేదు. సో wherever Java is installed, so copy that path and paste that path in the computer's environment or variable place. చేశారంటే then that path will be visible to entire directory. C directory లో మీరు ఫైల్స్ ఎక్కడున్నా you can execute that Java compiler can identify the Java files. For that sake we supposed to do this action. Okay, so after this you will see class path set చేశారు. Then is that class path is working well or not? ఇప్పుడు class path పని చేస్తుందో లేదో చూడాలంటే simply what you have to do is simply go to command prompt తెలుసు కదా, C++ చూసారు కదా. సో రన్ లోకి వెళ్తే కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ గుడ్. సో కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ బ్లాక్ స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా బావు.
సార్
దిస్ ద కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్. మామూలుగా మనం C++ ఓపెన్ చేయాలంటే cd tc bin అని టైప్ చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ now if you want to see, if you want to execute, if you want to know whether that class path is has been set properly or not, and the Java compiler is working anywhere, ఎక్కడైనా పనిచేస్తుందో లేదో తెలుసుకోవాలంటే సింప్లీ టైప్ Java C and just enter. So then if you are getting this set of lines, commands, all these things means so compiler is working I mean properly, and it is that that class path is also identified. So if you observe, I'm in C and user HP directory lo unnan, but the Java is present ekkada undi. So that is in program files, Java JDK akkada, that is in different folder. But I even though Java C is working in this folder also, means already because of this class path, now that is able to work here also. Okay. So Java compiler is working all over the place. Now we'll see. I'll show if you want to